Okay, you guys, so my roof is about to blow off of my head when I realized that what I was staring at wasn't one of the three bedrooms in Lucy Letby's home. I literally thought it was, just a childish room when I first kind of looked at this picture. And then I'm looking at clothing in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm like, what does that have to do with Lucy Letby and this room, which I thought was more like to her home? And then I look at the title and it says inside the maximum security prison where nurse Lucy Letby will spend the rest of her life. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, first of all, I thought this room was like a little kid's room, that it was, like got little pictures in the back there in pink and green and like princess little girl's room. And then I realized that this is literally her living quarters. For someone that did heinous crimes, this is where they go. And of course, she's going to be in like solitary, because if she goes out to the public population, hold probably different ball of wax of what would happen to her. But are you kidding me? I feel like all I need is like a mushroom and a little freaking table with teapot on it. And I feel like I'm watching a movie that's in a cartoon of this cute little bedroom that Lucy Letby gets to stay in and spend her life there. Like, are you kidding me? Like, anyone in the United States or Canada, or probably most places around the world, are looking at this facility right now going, what the F? Like, what the F? I am actually outraged. And then I even get more outraged when I realize about the clothes in the right hand picture of this and what they had to do with Lucy Letby. So let's go along this article. So, Lucy Letby will spend the rest of her life in prison after being given a whole life sentence, while 14 of them for the homicides of 7 babies and attempted homicides of 6 more on Monday. And says Letby will be taken to HMP Low Newton after her no-show at court for her sentencing. And even that blew me away, that Lucy Letby did not have to be there. As if she has any rights anymore. She's convicted. She's a felon. She, is charged with the homicides of babies. And it doesn't matter. Duct tape her mouth, freaking strap her in a chair. That lady should have had to have been there for those families that have suffered for all these years. And she actually has the right to sit there and say, well, I'm not going to go because I don't want to see people and I don't want to hear my guilty verdict. Like, give me a break. So they thought that she was, because she didn't go, they didn't, like, I guess, force her, because they thought in case she caused an issue. Now, I don't think Lucy Letby, besides her breaking down, boo-hoo, cry-ha, type of stuff, she's not the person to me that's going to sit there and cause this big commotion, besides, add more tears to the big frickin' pool that she already has, which are fake crocodile tears anyway. So, after her arrival, she will be isolated, of course. Oh, okay, so it says it here. From the rest of the population for a number of days to try to stop her from being attacked by other prisoners for her heinous crime. Hold on. Okay, wait. So, for a number of days to try and stop her from being attacked? So, what does that mean? I mean, like, seriously? You don't put someone that's committed crimes against children for a number of days to try to stop her from being attacked? Oh, okay. So you're going to put her in this, cutesy little room. There you go. You can have this room for this. Yeah, right. Okay. That doesn't make sense there. The maximum security lockup is next door to a male equivalent, HMP Franklin, which holds sick, individuals such as Ian Huntley, Wayne Cousins, and Levy Belfield behind its bars. Okay, so showing us a picture, and you can tell, like, those are the little cutesy bars that are outside. Like this looks like, I don't know, like, it just looks so, almost like quaint looking at it a little bit. But anyways, So, monsters such as Baby P's mother, Jennifer Connolly, and S.K. Rose West have passed through the prison during their sentences. An inspection of the jail read cells were not well equipped with only a bed, toilet, and sink. Okay. The regimen was limited with only an hour a day in the open air and a half hour to complete daily tasks such as showering. The prison is home to the Primos Project, a treatment center for women with dangerous or severe personality disorders. It also features a rags to riches clothes shop where prisoners get access to well-known brand names. Sentencing Letby to spend the rest of her life in prison on Monday, Mr. Justice Goss said her motive for harming the children will never be known. No, because like her friend said, she is innocent. Victim, Lucy Letby, right there, you guys. She's a victim, right? I'm pretty sure that, I know it's all circumstantial evidence. What are the chances, though, of Lucy Letby being on every single one of those shifts when harm was done to the children? That usually never happens, but suddenly it just picked up and then it kind of stopped when Lucy Letby was relieved of her duties. So, yeah, so I'm sitting here looking at this going, I'm saying to my husband, and he's from the United Kingdom, and I'm like, wait, what? What? Are you kidding me? This prison has a clothes shop where prisoners can buy brand name apparel? Like, are you kidding me? First of all, I think it would be probably get ripped off and people would steal the clothing of the people that can't afford the brand name apparel in the prisons and probably get threatened. This is the most ridiculous thing that I've seen. If you live in the United Kingdom and you didn't know this and you haven't seen the prisons in like frickin' anywhere else in the world, like, what is this? This reminds me almost of something like Martha Stewart, and if people don't know who she is, it's when celebrities and stuff like that, they get put into this little fancy dancy, very limited correctional type center where it's pretty much that they just live a normal life, but of course they've done a crime, but it's kind of like sitting there living in your own home and some other people around there. It's like having like a friend kind of vibe where, you know what? I think I'm just going to go swim in the pool at the correctional center over here. It's like living the life of the posh and you didn't earn it because remember you're convicted of a crime. Oh, I don't know. One would think that when you especially are in the maximum security, pens, you would never, see something of a room that looks like the room that Lucy Letby has. Unless it's, like I said, some celebrity type jail cell. I've never seen this. I'm just shocked. They can go buy brand name clothes that says, let's see, you have no remorse. There are no mitigating factors. You will spend the rest of your life in prison. Yeah, in prison buying frickin' brand name clothes if you want to. Living in a frickin' little quaint, childlike bedroom. I am just shocked. Like, I was literally like, husband, like, let me show you something. Do you know what your maximum prison cells look like? Because nowhere would I ever sit there and believe that people had access to buy brand name apparel and live in this little pink cutesy thing. Like I said, it just needs a freaking mushroom cap, freaking little, I feel like, like that little tea and a couple bunny rabbits running around, like whatever that cartoon or that movie is. But anyways, so it says Letby, who was described as a coward for fail. Yeah, coward, you think? Isn't it funny how these cowards can commit these heinous crimes, and do these horrible things, and yet they're so cowardly. When the truth comes out, all of a sudden they want to hide their head and duck it and act like they did nothing wrong, like they're some sort of innocent little victim. And it always amazes me that, right, you plan this evil, you do this evil. I don't want to show up for my hearing now. Poor me. You know, like, whatever. Like, this makes me puke, to be honest with you. So Letby, who was described as a coward for failing to attend her sentencing, was given a whole life term, 14 of them, with no chance of parole for them. Homicides of 7 babies and attempted homicides of 6 more children in her care at the Countess of Chester Hospital between 2015 and 2016. Some of the children she tried to take the lives of have been permanently disabled. One parent described the homicide of her son as like something from a horror story. Oh, I feel so horrible for all the victims, that unfortunately came across this evil, sick, twisted monster. It's just so heartbreaking to know that some of these infants, it doesn't matter that they were just born, such devastation. And like, look at her face, like, seriously, what kind of evil person would do such harm to children besides someone that hated her own self? Which somehow gave her the excuse to sit there and bring this type of tragedy, this type of sadness to these parents because of her own sick, twisted brain that's up in her head. So, the lives of newborn babies were ended almost as soon as they began, and lifelong harm has been done, the judge said. Loving parents have been robbed of their children, and others have to live with the consequences. Siblings have to live without their brothers and sisters. Okay, guys, just sit there. You know what? I urge anyone to print off this picture, throw it on a dartboard, and just keep shooting darts at it. Seriously? It's just so disgusting. So let's see here. And then look at this pathetic face here, right? Like, look at me. Oh, they finally caught me, but I'm innocent. Like, look at that face. Oh, I thought I was gonna get away with it. Oh, the doctor I thought loved me doesn't love me. Oh, my life is so worthless. My parents will never ever get to see me besides coming to the prison system. Woe is me. Okay? He said, Letby ended the lives of the babies as soon as they began and robbed loving parents of their cherished children. He said Letby committed a gross breach of trust that all citizens place in those who work in the medical and caring professions. The babies you harmed were born prematurely, and some were at risk at not surviving, but in each case you deliberately harmed them, intending to take their lives, he said. Mr. Justice Goss told Manchester Crown Court there was premeditation, calculation, and cunning in your actions. Absolutely. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Yeah, it must be hard thinking that you're going to buy some brand name labeled clothes and living in this little fairy duster twinkle twinky thing of a bedroom. That's so sickening. Letby is the most prolific child SK in modern history. Whole life orders are the most severe punishment available in the country's criminal justice system and are reserved for those who commit the most heinous crimes. Letby joined, the most heinous crimes, and they get these absurd perks. Give me a break. Letby joins Myra Hindley, Rose West, and knife individual Joanna Dehaney among the only female individuals to be given whole life prison terms. Obviously, you guys know I'm trying to avoid certain words because again, YouTube can be very finicky with stuff, so whatever. You try to avoid using certain words just so you don't have to deal with the grief. After sentencing, Senior Crown Prosecutor Pascal Jones of CPS Mercy Cheshire said, "My thoughts remain with the families of the victims who have demonstrated enormous strength in the face of extraordinary suffering. I hope that the trial has brought answers which had long eluded them." Today's sentence means Letby will never again be able to inflict the suffering she did while working as a neonatal nurse. She has rightly been brought to justice by the courts. Earlier, the family of Letby's victims addressed an empty dock as they told her, "You are nothing. You are evil." More than a dozen relatives of Letby's victims sat in public gallery for the hearing on Monday, and 8 jurors returned to see the sentencing. I wonder if her parents showed up, knowing that their daughter wasn't even going. I wonder if Lucy Letby's parents even showed up. I just cannot believe that she was allowed. You know what? I'm sorry, but you did these heinous crimes. You've been charged. I'm sorry, your rights kind of go out the door there, and you should be strapped in. I don't care how you get there. You should be plunked right in front of those individuals, listening to what they have to say for victim statements. It's just, to me, it's just gross injustice that she can literally go, yeah, I think I'm just not going to go there today. I don't really like what I'm going to hear, so I'm just going to use my rights and, not show up. As if she should be given a choice, to be honest. This is, what a joke. I don't get that whatsoever. Something's very wrong in the system where the victims, the babies that were lost, the victims, the families of these victims, and Lucy gets to decide, right, that she doesn't want to show up for her sentencing, or for her guilty verdict. Sorry, blows me away. Earlier, the families of Letby's victims addressed, I already read that. The mother of child E, a premature born, who had died, and child F, his twin brother, who survived, told the court that nurses' refusal to appear was just one final act of wickedness from a coward. There's nothing that could ever bring these children back. Nothing. What that this evil monster did to these poor families. And they should have never, honestly, they should have had the right to have Lucy Letby face, the victims' families and listen to their impact statements. I guess at the end of the day, if you're talking to a soulless person, I don't know if she's a psychopath or a sociopath. I'm going to think more that she is a sociopath than a psychopath, personally. And I say that just because of the different things that she had in her room, how it looked. This reminded me, this all reminds me of, I hate myself. Something that came inside her at some point where she just seemed to hate herself, and she, didn't want children or something to be brought into this God evil forgiven world, and that she was going to do this, or, it seems like it's actually multi-motivated of the reasons why, but I don't deem her as being soulless in a sense from the day she was born. She could very well be. But she reminds me more of a sociopath. But anyways, you guys, I'm so disgusted to literally sit here and look at what, okay, I get it. If they get books brought to their freaking jail cell, they can, buy them, use their commissary. But this is living in a lap of luxury, in a sense, in any jail terms whatsoever. I'm just literally disgusted that I'm sitting here thinking that this was a child's room, and then realize that this is the bedroom that she stays in. And what does that mean about, you know what, we'll keep her in here for so long, and then somehow population is just going to go oh yeah, I don't know who that chick is. Honestly, you guys. So I'm going to show you some pictures before I end this video of what regular freaking maximum security jail cells look like. Anyways, you guys, leave your comments in the comment section of this video. Tell me your thoughts. I'm just disgusted. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Okay, you guys, so I came across this page here where it's going to show different prison cells across the world, in a sense. So let's see. This is a cell in Haiti's civil prison system right there. Disgusting. But you know what? This to me, okay? This is San Quentin State Prison. It's the oldest prison in California. It's a maximum security facility that once housed Charles Manson in it. Okay, that's something like I would expect, an individual in a sense, not to be treated like this. That's just disgusting. But, like, you're still a human at the end of the day. Again, I don't necessarily agree with ones that are like this. I mean, I think that still people are individuals, even if the crimes that they committed are harsh. I still think that they deserve to at least live in something like this, right? Okay, I mean, you're still a human being, but some of these things are just disgusting. But I'm just showing you guys some pictures. Again, that one was up top there. Ugh. Can you imagine? Like, I can't even look at the sink here without wanting to upchuck. Someone makes this, like, look at all those things that she has up there. My lordy. Looks like she spent a long time. Let's see. At the Alboin Pastor Women's Prison in Bogota, Colombia. That's Colombia. Let's see here. Oh, what is this one? Inmates face danger as desembargador. I can't even say all that stuff. Let's see here. Okay. That thing just looks like a whole bathroom right there, but it's not. Where is that one? Germany. This is decent. Where's that one? Norway. Okay, at least your toilet's not in your frickin' room. There's a bonus right there. This one has a little bit of shelving where the bathroom is. Like these are acceptable. This is getting a little bit posh, but little kitchen sink there. But, I can accept this. I can't accept the room that Lucy Letby's in. It's just ridiculous. Ugh. I would go claustrophobic everywhere. Russia. Yeah, nothing like bunking with a whole bunch of people. But again, you do the crime, you do the time, and whatever the prisons are like there. Let's see, that Tehran in Iran. Yeah, that looks like just like a frickin' frat party happening there. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Anyways, that's just to show you, what that looked like versus what Lucy Letby's in. Anyways, put your thoughts in the comment, like and share if you don't mind. That would be appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you so much.